You know, in Nigeria, what we call a political crisis is simply a crisis of brokenness. Broken institutions, broken families, and broken souls, if you ask me. The political crisis in Ondo State is festering like a cancerous sore. President Bola Tinubu, as father figure, has invited the Gladiators in Ondo State to Abuja. The Jojo is designed to put an end to the brokenness of brotherliness between Governor Rotimi Akeredolu and his number 2 man, Lucky Aiyedatiwa. Meanwhile, a planned sitting of the State House of Assembly to settle the log jam has been pushed forward. Sometimes, Tony, you wonder if it is true that when a crisis goes on for too long, both parties are wrong.
In this case, I don't think both parties are wrong.
Mm.
Yeah. The governor has been absent from the state for some time. Let's be realistic. And this kind of thing happened when Aiyedatiwa was in, and we faced it. The history is there, and it's just like yesterday. The governor has not been seen. If you're a governor of a state, I sympathize with him and the family at this point because I know it's beaten.
Yeah.
He didn't call for it. But I believe if you're ill, you can still be governor. Let the people. The cries from Ondo State is that you don't even see their governor. He's been in your state and all that. I don't have a problem with that. But communicate with the people.
Yeah.
And then this frequent issue of the deputy governor must go. I mean, he's the deputy governor, and this is the second deputy governor you're going to work with. This is the second deputy governor you're going to work with. I don't know why they cannot work out peace. Settle this matter and let peace reign in Ondo State. When the people of Ondo State voted, they didn't vote for this. They voted for good governance. And I believe they will understand the governor when he speaks to them and say, this is what I'm facing right now. This. When there's no communication at all, a lot of speculation, takes place. Frequent communication with the people. You might be ill. I saw him the other day when the governors of, is it APC, went to visit him.
Yeah, at Ibadan.
It's good, yeah. Frequent communication with the people. And then this crisis between him and the deputy governor, something has to, it happened in Ondo State. And it was resolved. For the sake of the people of Ondo State who voted for
you can also
growth,
talk about
development and good governance.
Yeah.
They should resolve this. It's not making any sense.
Yeah.
Any direction you take it to. And politics should not be everything. And I pray that when the president intervenes in this at this point, that matter should be sorted. And I'm happy he's stepping into it.
I hear the meeting started at about 2 this afternoon.
You recall yesterday we said at this point the president needs to intervene. And I even recalled that when the Modakeke crisis was really at its peak and they were finding it difficult to resolve the logjam, President Obasanjo had to intervene. He helped the governor of the state to achieve the peace that he had long wanted. These are people who had fought each other, for about 100 years. The dispute was about 100 years old. And at the end of the day, the then governor of the state, Olagunsoye Inlola, went to the Ogunsua, the traditional ruler of Modakeke, took him before the Oni of Ife. Before taking him before the Oni of Ife, he had already spoken with the Oni and said, look, let's have peace. Farmlands belonging to the Modakekes that had been seized for years, let them have their farmlands back.
Yeah.
Promote the traditional ruler from Baale to Oba and pay his salaries that had been withheld for so long. The Oni of Ife agreed. So it was easy for Olagunsoye Inlola to, from a position of strength, he brought the Ogunsua to Oni of Ife.
Yeah.
And interestingly, immediately Ogunsua got to the palace. Instead of sitting on the chair reserved for him, he sat on the ground.
In obeisance.
Yes, and he said, look, I may have said some things that you do not like. But there is always a problem when father and son look like each other. You or me, you are a very stubborn man. I'm your son, I'm stubborn as well. You know? And everybody began to laugh, you know, over this. And peace was achieved at the end.
Yeah.
But I have to add that in spite of the best efforts of the Olagunsoye Lola, the governor then, who would rightly claim that as his best achievement, resolving a 100-year-old conflict. The president at the time, Obasanjo, too, at some point, had to intervene by directing that if the Modakeke, something like an area office should be created for them. If it was easy at that time, Obasanjo would have mandated the creation of a local government for Modakeke. But since that one will be problematic, needing constitutional amendment and all that, he said, okay, give them an area office. You know, you have to give. In resolving conflict, you must be ready to give and take.
Yeah.
You know? So that's why what you said earlier, that when two people were quarreling and they cannot find a meeting grant, that means both of them have issues. Because you must be ready to yield grant.
To concede, yeah.
Yeah, you must be ready to concede, and the other person too must be ready to do that. In this case, when the deputy governor said, I apologize to my boss if he feels bad about everything that I've done, the governor was reported to have said that he should go and
appease.
He should go and face the House of Assembly.
Yeah.
What offense has he committed? The APC leadership said Masari, the former governor of Katsina, should intervene. Yet we didn't achieve peace. Now, given the intervention of the president, we expect that there will be peace. And that was why we said during this program yesterday that at this point, the president has to intervene. You know, let us see, because I approve the suggestion of those big sons of Ondo State, former Olufalai, former Secretary of Government Federation, the FNFRA leader, that look, this is not the time to impeach anybody. Let both of them be, but let us find a solution to this. And I believe that we will ultimately have a solution, because the state is suffering. Yeah. Why would you not allow the deputy governor to work? Yeah. A governor is away.
Governance has stopped?
Yes, governance has collapsed. Yeah. A governor is not around.
Effectively,
because he's ill. Because he's ill, he can't play his role. And you're not allowing the deputy to do the job. You are harassing him with impeachment threats and all that.
Constitutionally prescribed.
Yes.
Yeah.